Obviously, it was an exciting basketball game. Ole Miss made a lot of tough shots consistently throughout the game. They did a great job pushing in transition and getting some easy looks, and won the battle on the boards. So obviously for us, I'm disappointed that our defense wasn't a little bit stronger, and I'm disappointed that we were out-rebounded.
Questions to start, Ryan?
You went to a smaller lineup down the stretch there. What prompted the change? What did you like about it? And is that something you expect to use more going forward?
Each game is different with lineups, and you know, even minutes during the game is different. We wanted to try to spread the floor a little bit with that smaller lineup and be able to try to get some opportunities at the rim offensively.
Cora?
Kelly, coming out of halftime, Ole Miss had 24 points in the third quarter. Was that, I guess, kind of a disappointing start to that second half for your team? Were you hoping to see a stronger defensive effort coming out of halftime?
Yeah, I was wanting to see a stronger defensive effort the whole game. You know, obviously that third quarter they made a run. They capitalized off a couple turnovers there, and got themselves some offensive boards and scored. So, you know, we know we've got to be better. We've got to handle that physicality and that aggressiveness better.
Caleb and then Jack.
What caused the offense to slow down from the first quarter to the next three?
Well, we scored 75 points, and that should be good enough. So we missed some shots. We missed some easy looks that we've got to finish. And then we got to give ourselves some second opportunities. If we're going to miss some shots, we got to be able to get to the glass and clean some of those up.
Jack.
Rakia had 13 points in the first half and only 2 in the second. What do you think was the difference between the two halves, and what went wrong with her scoring?
Well, she missed some chippies that she normally makes. I thought it was, you know, physical in the paint for her. You know, we were trying different lineups to help open things up for her, but you know, they did a great job. I mean, no doubt about it. They can guard. I thought their size affected us.
Take a question here, and then Cora, and then Ryan.
Chris Richardson had 21 points off the bench for them. Were you expecting to see her as much as you did, and I guess what made her such a tough matchup?
Well, she made shots, and she made some tough shots. She played hard. Obviously, statistically, she hasn't done that. She hasn't had that type of game, and but you have to be able to adjust on the fly. You know, we're trying to there in the second half. We're trying to make some adjustments to be able to guard her a little bit better, but she did a great job finishing.
Cora.
Jasmine, it felt like you guys landed that first punch, but then Ole Miss really came back in that second quarter, punched back, and felt like the aggressor for the rest of the game. Just as a leader on this team, how do you kind of go about, you know, righting that ship in that part of this game?
Yeah, I think that we were on our heels pretty much a lot of the game. I think that we didn't really have as much poise as I would like. I'll take that. I think that we didn't really handle the storm as best we could. And we played scared for a lot of the game, so and that's not what we do here. So regrouping, kind of readjusting our mentality, because we need to be the aggressor moving forward, and we need to clean up a lot of the things that I'm seeing on the street here.
Ryan.
Jasmine, from your perspective as a point guard, what do you think let Jewel be so effective tonight?
She was aggressive. She drove to the paint a lot. She got easy buckets. And she looked for her shot. She was an amazing shooter. We need her to shoot the ball. So her confidence, I mean, she sees one go in and her confidence grows. So she did amazing tonight offensively. So I just think her confidence is where it needs to be.
We'll go to front row, then Jack and Cora.
Coach, obviously you've built programs at a variety of places. I'm not sure if you saw Coach Yo's comments earlier this week, I guess, about building interest. I'm curious, for someone who's had to do that, like I said, at a bunch of different places, what's that like when you're in it? You know, whether your efforts are reciprocated or I guess not by the community, what's that process like?
I've been very fortunate everywhere I've been. Well, most schools that I've coached at have been pretty committed to women's basketball, and I think you know, I could always feel that. I know when you don't, it's tough. There's a void. You want people to catch on, and I think right now, women's basketball's hot. I mean, this was a great game to watch. Wish we'd have come out on top, but it was a great game to watch, and it's exciting. Our game is really exciting, and I think that's where, you just want people to open up and embrace that. And it takes work. I mean, it takes work on the ground. You gotta get them there, they gotta enjoy it and wanna come back.
Jack?
Coach, outside of Rakia and Jewel, nobody else got into double digits. What do you need to do going forward to have more depth scoring?
Yeah, I think we had some shots that didn't go down, that we need to see go down. We've gotta be able to handle the physicality that we saw. We've gotta handle that better. I think, making the shots that we did get, that we're capable of making one, and then handling the physicality, that will give a few more points to a few other people.
Take one final question from Cora, and then we may have Jewel Spear available outside.
Kelly, you guys cut it to 1 point with a minute and a half left. Rakia got a really good look after that, didn't get a call, but just where do you feel like it maybe broke down, or why do you feel like you guys weren't able to carry it over the finish line?
Yeah, we, at that point, every play matters, and I thought we had a couple good looks and didn't score. And you've got to be able to finish those shots late in the game, and that makes a difference. You've got to, might have missed a free throw in that segment too, or that stretch too, that could have been a big bucket. And then when those shots don't go in, when it doesn't fall, you've got to be tighter on the defensive end. I mean, and that's where we just weren't able to come up with it. It's both at the end of a game. Obviously, throughout the game, I'm going to look at it and say we scored enough and whatnot. But going down the stretch, man, every single possession matters, and we just didn't get it done.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.